Welcome back. As we've been talking about all morning, today's the chance to give big, Kern. But many people might be curious about this month-long outpouring of generosity and where it all began. Taking a closer look this morning with the president of the Kern Community Foundation, Kristen Watson, joining us live. Kristen, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us. Good morning.
Good morning. And I was just kind of scrolling across the page. 30 days so far, nearly 2,000 donors, more than $450,000 going to over 100 different organizations. Take us back to the beginning and how this whole thing got started.
Well, so back to the beginning is 6 years ago when we came up with this concept of creating one day to celebrate the giving spirit of Kern County. I'm happy to say that the community has responded in big ways. And in fact, not including this year, the almost $500,000 to date. But through the first 5 years, we generated $1.7 million that has gone to literally hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. And we can't forget as well that it's not just about the dollars, it's also about volunteer hours. And so in those 5 years, I think the number is 565,000 volunteer hours have been pledged.
That is fantastic. And, you know, just going back over the sort of what we call the leaderboard here with people, we've been talking about the Bakersfield Angels, Independence Through Grace, both almost $70,000 in donations so far. But as you were saying, the top of the leaderboard, it kind of changes each year.
That's exactly right. Every year we're surprised. Whether it's a upstart or a young nonprofit that comes out from the pack and really figures out how to connect with the people in the community that are passionate about their cause. Sometimes it's the long-term, the well-known organizations, but every year it's different. So it's always fun to watch to see how every year kind of plays out.
What kind of impact did the pandemic have on the giving? It seemed like last year, I mean, $750,000 almost, but how has that transitioned into this year?
So I think what we're seeing is our nonprofit organizations have really stepped up, especially here in Kern, and they're really looking differently about how they can continue to do the great work that they're doing, maybe pivoting into different directions, thinking organizationally about how they can become agile and really responsive to the needs of the community, but yet recognizing that they still need those dollars to keep their doors open to continue to provide the services that really make up such an amazing fabric here in Kern County.
All right, this is the day, folks. The 1 day left. In fact, on the board, I love the running clock that you have on the board here. We're at 18 hours left for doing that. And can you just talk about, the donation is obviously very important financially, but as far as the volunteer hours, I mean, what kind of impact does that really have from the people that are benefiting from this compared to the dollars?
The volunteer hours are huge. I mean, we can use stats and data to quantify what the value is, but really it's about connecting people through those volunteer hours to those causes that are really important and really doing amazing services here in the community. So even if I think the minimum donation for Give Big Kern is $5, and if that seems to be a stretch, I would encourage, there's just absolutely no reason why every single person here in Kern County can't get out and really show their support of the nonprofit community and all the work that they're doing. There's nearly 130 registered nonprofits for this year's Give Big Kern. There's definitely a cause that you can find that you can get behind. And I just would say, please give Big Kern today.
There you go. And it's so easy. Just go to givebigkern.org. Kristen Watson, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Best of luck today.
Thanks so much. Appreciate the time.